Hello, I'm Austin Heyman. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging and devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. This month we talk with the county executive about his senior summit and what to watch out for with senior scams. But first we have the chance to speak with the Montgomery County Council President, Nancy Floreen. Well, welcome to Seniors Today, Nancy.
Thank you so much for having me, Austin.
So nice to see you again. So, you've been president the past year. I wonder what you see as some of the accomplishments or focus of the last year of the council.
Well, I think from the seniors' perspective, we've been trying to prioritize pedestrian safety. We have prioritized in our budget additional funding to add a better bus service for seniors and lower prices, and we expanded the Seniors Ride Free program.
That's so important because that's considered one of the priority concerns of seniors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Transportation is so tough for folks when they choose not to drive anymore, or just, when they want to avoid the traffic. So those have been big priorities for us. This year we passed an Education First budget, but that's not all we did. We also add additional funding to the library system, which has always been a priority for seniors.
Yes.
And we increased funding for the Department of Recreation that runs a lot of senior programs. We increased funding for fire and rescue, which of course, they're hear those sirens in the middle of the night when things go badly. And we really made significant improvements, we think, in the quality of life for everyone, but seniors should see some nice benefits from that.
That's great. So one of the things that came up by the Commission on Aging in the last couple of years was a focus on planning that somehow it had never focused on, that to be sure that in the planning process, new sites, new projects, that seniors, the issues of which could be sidewalks, it could be whatever, could be taken into account. Now, you used to be on the planning board a lifetime ago.
I know. 30 years ago I started out.
So I wonder how you see that idea of being more engaged in focusing on seniors as well as everybody else.
Well, it's an interesting issue. Frankly, when we have most of our hearings on land use, development issues, changes to the rules affecting development, we have a goodly number of people who I suspect also have their Medicare cards in their pockets. So we see the senior community as a very engaged community. So there is that. Part of the other challenge, though, is how do we create communities that are going to continue to support an aging population? How do we get the infrastructure in there?
Economic development issues.
Economic development issues, but also things like safe roads. Mm-hmm. How do you get across the street? We had this dreadful situation when an elderly lady was crossing River Road. This year.
Yes.
I think she was on her way to bowling, which was a wonderful thing for her to be up to. She was hit, and I believe she was killed. It's tragic. And so how do we slow down traffic while at the same time creating enough space for everyone else? So we've been focusing on how do we create adequate green space within our urban communities in particular. How do we create enough density, really, that will support the private sector's production of that green space? And how do we grow to accommodate communities that include folks of all resources, not just wealthy people, but people on modest incomes, as they make lifestyle choices as we move forward. And there are different ways to skin that cat.
I think I read in the newspapers that there's some commonalities between millennials, what they want to see, and what seniors want to see, like, walk to a restaurant, walk to everything, walk to the metro. And everybody wants to do that, I think.
A lot of people, certainly a lot of people my age are looking to downsize. They're looking to move to more urban environments where they don't have to get in their car. And so I think it's hard to generalize about what seniors want as compared to anybody else. People want to protect their property values, and but they also want to see investment in their community. So that's the real challenge of what I've been doing in the land use front for many years, trying to find that balance, which I'll tell you isn't so easy.
So I know that your own term on the council has another 2 years to go, and I wondered if you have any sort of personal goals that you'd like to see accomplished. You've been on the council, I think, was it 12 or 14 years?
14 years, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well,
So,
I have to say, what I think is one of the most exciting things that we've been doing is prioritizing how we go about doing economic development. When the recession hit us, we realized as a community, leadership throughout, came to understand we typically have been pretty dependent on the federal government. And as the federal government has scaled back on contracts, employees to a certain degree, that has caused us to refocus our efforts in identifying and supporting the understanding of Montgomery County as the place to be independent of our relationship to the District of Columbia. So how do we support the businesses that are here, help them grow? How do we bring in new businesses, both to support our tax base and also to help us create the community we know we should be? And what we've just done, the county executive just in the past year agreed and built on something that I had proposed some years ago, is that we have just privatized how we do economic development. So it's no longer a pure governmental function. The business community is now on board with setting the agenda for how we attract and retain businesses, how we grow our workforce, how we support our residents. And they've just, the new Montgomery Business Corporation has just hired a new, its first executive director to take that forward. So it's really exciting. Exciting time. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that, helping that organization expand and develop.
Great. Thank you so much for coming today.
My pleasure.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll talk about senior scams, so please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking for a way to get around downtown Silver Spring? Hop on the Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator. The Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator provides rides Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to midnight and Friday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fast, convenient, and free. There's no better way to get around downtown. To find out more information about the Route 28 Van Go Free Circulator, including route information, visit us online or dial 311.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to scam artists. And joining us to tell us how we can protect ourselves are Morton Davis and Allie Walters. Well, welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So, Allie, you worked with the police department. You are in the police department. What do you see as the most important question today regarding keeping seniors safe?
Ideally, we'd like everybody to have
the most up-to-date resources and all the information. And I think that that's the biggest question: is who do I call when I encounter these types of situations, whether it be scams or any other public safety or personal safety issue. Is that population in particular may not know who they should be contacting, and they may not know the available resources that the county offers.
And Mort, you have been one of those resources. I think you told me before we went on the air for 25 years. I know you give a lot of lectures and speeches to folks. What is the subject today that you focus on most?
Well, one of the things we're going to focus on, because we're coming into the holiday season with Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, where a lot of seniors go shopping. And one of the things I want to talk about is women's purses. When women go shopping at the shopping centers and they pull into the shopping center, the first thing that the women do is open their trunk and put their purses in. And they're being watched. This time, when the holiday season, you've got thieves out there that are watching you do these type of things. And they, once you get in, if you have a screwdriver, we can break into your trunk in 3 seconds. That's how long it takes to get in there. So we try to tell women, especially if they're going into the grocery stores, that we have found that 9 out of 10 women, they go into a grocery store that's going shopping, and they put their purse into the basket. Of course, there's a little latch there they can use too. That little latch you can put through your purse it's open, it's unzipped. So that provides a crook, or these guys that are scam artists. They're walking, they're watching your purse open, they dip into your pocketbook, take your checkbook, your credit cards, and they're running. There's no way in the world you're going to catch them. And a lot of them come in, leave their purses in there, and walk down the aisle to get something else, and they don't notice when they come back. Also, purses, driving to the gas station, getting your gas. We advise, the police department says, use your seatbelt to put your purse through. Even when you get out of your car to get gas, put your purse through the seatbelt. It's going to be hard for them to pull it and get it off. You can probably stop it. Most important, take your keys out when you get in there, because we have somebody on our lectures that give with Pam Thompson. She owns a gas station. Several months ago, somebody pulled up in her gas station, and she got up to get gas. She left the keys in the car, zoom off with the car. So this is what
be careful when you're shopping. Is the message here.
That's exactly right. And we want to come out. We want to come out and give lectures to your churches, synagogues, mosques, temples. We'll even come to your. We have even gone to women's homes and given at their book clubs, mahjong groups. We like to have at least 15 people being there. We bring a lot of literature, a lot of handouts, and we want to be called. And the most important thing is, should we give that phone number now?
Yes, please do.
The phone number to call is 240-773-5625. And most likely the gentleman that's going to answer is our office manager, is Ryan, and he'll set you up with Mike, and we'll put you on a schedule.
So you had started by saying that the providing information was one of the most important things. So this is one way of doing that. I wonder, do you also have a website that provides?
We do. Yeah. We're actually on the Maine County Police website.
The one that you go to,
Correct.
which we talk about at the end. And you just, if you click on
seniors.
If you click
on there's a senior tab that takes you directly to the Keeping Seniors Safe page.
You also you're in charge of volunteers there. So the police department uses volunteers in other ways?
Absolutely. We use them in a variety of different, positions, you would say. And the age range goes from one end of the spectrum to the other. Predominantly, for our volunteers, we're looking at folks who have the ability to devote 8 to 12 hours a week, primarily for administrative support types of roles. On the other end of the spectrum, we're constantly looking at bringing in folks who are looking to maybe pursue or explore the career in law enforcement, and so they come in under the guise of an intern, but they are volunteering their time and in return getting some experience.
So that same phone number that was given you, they could contact you that way.
Yes.
We have only a couple of minutes, but we want to talk about other scams besides the shopping one. There are so many, but what are the most important ones that come to mind?
On the computer, for an example, you got the Nigerian scam, where that comes in from Africa, and they'll say they've inherited $6 million, $8 million, and they want you to be part of it. And in order to be part of it, you've got to send us a check, $3,000 to $4,000. Sometimes it's in the hundreds, because you got to pay the taxes on it. Don't fall for that. Actually, one of the other phone calls we're getting now predominantly is the IRS. The IRS
yes,
now.
I've gotten some of them.
Right. What they're doing now, they've got for the first time in the history of the IRS, they've got a collection agency. They've got several. They will call you and tell you you're getting a letter.
Do the IRS actually have a collection agency? Or?
2 or 3 of them working for them. Yes, sir.
They do.
And they will call you and let you know. But in most cases, people don't owe a thing. And when you're answering the phone, us being seniors, we're usually polite.
So it's a false collection agent. It's not a real.
No, it's a real collection agent. Oh no, it's a real collection agent. They got 2 or 3 working for them now because of the abundance of money that it's owed to them. They're legitimate. They're collection agencies working for the IRS.
But I was told that you never answer those calls. You have to wait till you get something in writing.
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
you will get a phone call telling you there's going to be something in the mail, or in the mail there's going to be ABC collection agency calling you. So when they call you, you'll make sure that ABC is on the phone collection agency, and then they'll work you through the system. Doesn't happen very much in this area. Talking about Montgomery County. And the other thing is that phone scams, be polite and just tell them that send the information.
That's always what I say, send something in the mail.
Yes,
well,
absolutely.
I'm afraid we're out of time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Very
coming
good.
in.
Thank you for having us.
When we come back, we'll close the show today with a special interview with the county executive. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
The pain will not control us. It will never break us, define us, or keep us still. Because arthritis can't beat us if we beat it first. In the fight against arthritis, you need a weapon. What's yours? Visit the Arthritis Foundation at fightarthritispain.org.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. I'm very pleased to have the County Executive, Ike Leggett, with me to talk about his initiatives for seniors. Well, welcome back to Seniors Today.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be back.
The last time we had you, you were talking about having a senior summit, and
That's
that's
right.
taken place now.
That's
I was, I guess, last December.
Mm-hmm.
it was huge. There were 400 people there. I know you were there all day. What did you take away from that?
Well, a number of things. First of all, the overall commitment and the concern expressed by our seniors about the county's commitment, the knowledge that we have within our county, the resources that we have of seniors themselves who are there willing and wanting to participate in trying to come up with programs and services to address their concerns. So number one, the participants and the people who are there,
tremendous, yeah.
just tremendous enthusiasm, people wanting to get involved. And when you have that kind of enthusiasm, that type of cooperation, it allows us to build on a very good foundation. Some of the things that I've taken away from that are clearly, one that I recognize that sometimes you don't appreciate it, but this was the second senior summit. We had one before, in the amount of progress that we've made between the two summits, but also the roadmap for the future. I think those are the things that I've taken away. One, that first summit got us started on a very good track, and we've made tremendous progress, but given the potential growth of seniors in our county, there's still a lot of work ahead for us, and those are the things we need to concentrate on.
So just, we declared ourselves age-friendly with the World Health Organization,
That's right.
And to emphasize what you were just saying, because we'd done all this work, the AARP, they gave us the credit. It's a 5-year plan, and they gave us credit for the first 2 years. We'd already done all that.
Right, that's right.
So we're really at year 3 of their plan.
So we're looking ahead now and where we go from here, because we can't rest on our laurels. There's a growing senior population in Montgomery County. We're one of the oldest, if not the oldest population demographically within this region. And so my view is that we need to be prepared as we move to the future as it relates to seniors, and we can't waste time as a result of that.
And I guess there were 4 areas that the survey and everybody identified as of particular concern. One was transportation, one was housing, affordability, and just getting information. Those are the things we really are working on.
Well, let's take the last one, for example. Getting information means that there are things that we're doing which some seniors are not taking advantage of. They do not know about some of the programs we have. And when you have different languages, larger numbers of people geographically dispersed throughout a very large county, over 500 square miles, that's not as easy as said as done. And so we need to redouble our effort to get the information out there so that seniors can take advantage of the programs and services that are there. There are nutritional programs, there are workshops on how to continue to be employed. There are so many challenges related to transportation that we need to get information to seniors so that they can take advantage of that. And sometimes seniors are somewhat reluctant to come forward, and we want to make them feel much more welcome in terms of their ability to come forward and to say to us, we need help in transportation, where can I get this? We need help in related to jobs and nutrition, and we need to get that information out. All of those things are important, but that last one was one, for example, that I learned more about, because it said to us we need to do more work in getting the information out to our seniors.
So we, for the first time, have a page in the Beacon newspapers for the first time.
Yeah.
That's and there is some money in the budget to do more translation of materials. I know that they're working with some of the diverse groups. There's a program now to work with the South Asian groups in the new North Potomac Center, which is going to open, or just about opened. And then with the Latino population at Long Branch, they're trying to work. So there is work, as you said, it needs to be done.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the new, we call it the Nancy Dasick North Potomac Community Center. For seniors, we will have tremendous programs, and that's 6 in the county that we will now have dispersed throughout all of Montgomery County.
Tremendous.
But you just simply cannot have a building. You need the services, the programs, the people, the commitment, the activities within that to bring those centers alive, and that's what we plan to do.
One of the things that you mentioned when we last talked, which we're doing much more focus on, is technology. And there are a lot of people participating in that. The libraries are, the Jewish Council for the Aging, and then there's a new project actually with Interage's program it's called Tech Connect, to bring kids to help seniors. There's a tremendous need for that.
Oh yeah, you know what happened, if you go back a little bit in time, seniors went through the educational process where technology was not something that was in vogue. when they had their work experiences, it was not something that was part of the normal job experience. So you have this gap. Now you have the challenges of everything is so much technologically advanced that you need to bring seniors up to par to make sure that they are part of the new economy, the new technology that we have. You know, when young kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids now want to communicate, they don't use the telephone. They don't call you.
I've learned that. I've learned that.
They text or email you.
Yes, I know. I'm learning how to text. We want to mention that something that just happened with regard to veterans. There's some new facility?
Yes, we have a new center, a clinic program for veterans located in Montgomery County, so that they will not have to travel all the way to Washington, D.C., but here in Montgomery County, right off Shady Grove Road. We had a tremendous program just the other day. It was chaired by Michael Subin, who was a Navy veteran. I don't hold that too much against him since I'm an Army person, but you know, he takes advantage of his veteran status sometimes as it relates to the Navy. But this center is open for everybody, including some of the Navy people. We'll welcome them in as well. I'm an Army person, by the way.
I know, Bronze Star. Yes, I remember that. And we have only a couple minutes left. As you look to the last 2 years of your term here as the county executive, and focus on seniors, do you have any particular thing? I know you're going to get a strategic plan before you, but any particular thoughts about that?
Well, first of all, we need to go back to what we did with the Senior Summit and making certain that the technology, the information is there for seniors, but to build on what I believe is a real concern for us as this bulging population continues. There's a tremendous need for housing. And housing in the right location. I don't think that it's appropriate to house seniors in isolated areas, away from people, away from the kinds of activities that they want to be engaged in. So for me, trying to strategically throughout the entire county plan for that increased population in housing that is affordable, housing in the right location, and housing that really respect our seniors with services and programs that can be accommodated into that housing pattern. So technology, making certain that we have the housing, and of course, making certain that as we continue to diversify in our population, we have programs and services that speak to all of our seniors at every level, economically, and every level that they certainly can look at and believe truly that the county is treating them with dignity and respect.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for what you're doing for our senior population.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Don't forget that you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to take care of you.
There's a reason why area law enforcement are out enforcing pedestrian and traffic safety laws and preventing killer pedestrian crashes. Be alert, be street smart,